afternoon, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got another update video on the 5.3 build for the Silverado. The last video you saw about this, we got in some parts, we got in the new coils, which actually the coils didn't end up working out. They were needed to be square, those were round. And apparently, Summit Racing claimed those would fit. They didn't fit. I was looking and double checking on this motor. So I got to send those back and get the square ones, and once we get those, we'll be okay. Of course, we got Texas Speed cam in the last video we did, so parts are coming in. The next thing to order will be the headers, and I think I've decided on 1 7/8" headers, not 1 3/4. And the reason I came to that conclusion is Texas Speed is claiming at higher RPMs they made more power, and they made the same amount of horsepower down low. They just a little bit of torque down at the bottom, which honestly that truck and this motor will make plenty of torque. I'm not worried about losing 10-15 torque below 3,000 RPM. We're kind of at a quest for as much horsepower as we can make out of this motor anyway, so we'll go with the 1 7/8" headers. I don't think we're going to go wrong. With the amount of increased airflow we're going to be doing with the heads and the cam, I think it's going to be a better route to go anyway. And those numbers were based on a stock motor. I would imagine one with a cam and heads would be more amplified. So we'll be able to find that out, once the motor's together and on a dyno. Second thing before we get into talking about the motor today is trying to get a date lined up to get to North Carolina and dyno that truck as it sits right now. There's a shop I've got in mind. I just got to make sure that they are able to do it, and if we go down there and use them for the baseline, we'll go back once this motor's built and they will do the tune on it, and we'll actually get to see how much more it makes, because we'll have a baseline number on that same dyno, and then it's on the same dyno, so we'll actually get to see how much power we gain from doing everything that we're doing. So I'll set a date on that, and hopefully we'll have a video coming out soon of a baseline dyno on that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started about talking about the motor. Alright, so I've spent almost my entire weekend. It's been kind of rainy here, so I haven't had much to do, but I've spent almost my entire weekend tearing down the motor. Now, if you're just stopping in, you don't know, this is an 80,000 mile 5.3 out of an 04 Avalanche. Will be going into that truck. This is an iron block LM7. And we're sticking with a stock bottom end, so everything's going to remain the same. I've gotten, almost everything off of it. The oil pan, there's the oil return and tube. I've got it cleaned up. I've been taking gaskets off, making sure all of it's cleaned up, and just looking in the motor looking in the whole motor itself and making sure everything looks okay. And everything that I found looks awesome. I have not found anything wrong with it. So if I haven't seen anything wrong by this point, I think we're good, because I've about torn it down and been up inside of it. You see, like I said, the oil pan's been dropped. I was cleaning up under there, getting all the old oil out, just a little bit of sludge down in the bottom of the oil pan, but that's going to come with it being sitting. Right here is the oil pan. So there's a nice and cleaned up. Take a little bit of cleaner to it. Cleaned it up real nice. We're just going to stick with the stock oil pan, nothing wrong with it, just a good aluminum pan. So obviously it wasn't anything too bad in here to really concern me. Just a little bit of, like I said, sludge down here in the bottom. That's going to happen, especially since apparently this motor's been sitting for a while, and it just happens on almost every vehicle. You get a little bit of build up down there in the very bottom of the pan. So progress is definitely being made. It's a little bit more. Got a little bit more to do on it. I'm going to clean up a little bit more today. It's about as far as I'm going to get with it. And I'm going to wait until the heads get here before we go over and get started on putting the cam in and all that. So torn down for now. Still waiting. We're still ordering parts, as I get the money to do them. So I'd like to think that by the end of the month I can have everything ordered. That's kind of what I'm hoping. Because we still need heads $1,500 valve train and all. Gaskets, $200 there. Headers, $400 there, since we're doing 1 7/8. We're not 1 3/4 are actually like 300 something, but I'm gonna spend the money and we're really gonna try to make, like I said, we're gonna make as much power as we can. with what we've got. So I'll spend the extra $100 to gain, you know, several horsepower up top. And other than that, should be about ready. Throttle body's sitting over there. Going to port that out. Probably going to do that myself. A lot of people, I think I can do it myself. So if I do it myself, I'll do a video on it for sure. But I can't see why once everything gets in here, we can't go ahead and put the motor together. It'll probably be one of those where one weekend I build the motor and put it all together, put all the pieces on, and get it to where it's ready to go in there. I mean, completely assemble it and just have it sitting there, and then wait on the weekend where I can get everything lined up, because what needs to happen is it needs to be a weekend where I'm not working, I'm available, and it needs to be a weekend where the following Monday I can take it down and have it tuned. So I'll have to take off work on a Monday so I can get it into a shop and have it tuned so it can run. I'm hoping to knock it all out in a long weekend, you know, maybe start on Friday and hopefully it's road ready by Monday. So if everything, I mean, since we're putting the same motor in it, we shouldn't have a problem. And I've got, you know, I'll have people well experienced on it, and I'll have plenty of help. So I want to thank you guys for all your support. I know I said in the last video we broke over 10,000, so that is awesome. A lot of people are real interested in the build. Everybody's really excited. I think everybody was happy with the cam choice. Some people were asking why we didn't go with the Stage 4, and reason with the Stage 4 is you need like a 3300 stall converter. There's a 2800 in it now. You really need 3000 for that cam, but I'll be able to get away with what I'm running right now. So I didn't want right now have to do a converter. It's just there's money going out here left and right on the motor, and I'm not made of money, so I can't, you know, I don't have all this money to throw at it and be changing stuff up. And I think you'll find that the Stage 3 is going to be plenty. And I mean, really, for the gains on the Stage 4, I'm not worried about, you know, being downgraded into a Stage 3. So Stage 3 cam, going to do those Stage 2.5 heads from Texas Speed for the 5.3, and it should breathe real good. And we're hoping for the mid 400s, upper 400s crank numbers. I know I've joked about 500, which is kind of a long shot, but we're just setting that lofty goal to see. I don't think it's going to happen on an NA setup, but we'll see. So appreciate you guys watching. There's your update, just keeping everybody updated on it. Go down, hit that subscribe button if you're not already. Drop a comment if you got a question. Go hit me up on Instagram at Austin04_Z71. Hit me in the DM if you've got another question. I usually see DMs before I see comments, because comments tend to get lost on the channel. So like I said, thanks again for watching. Take care. Have a great day.